A Lifetime Achievement Award. Gosh, I'm just going to take a moment to take this in. Well, it was exactly 4 months ago, November 11th, 2004, that I got an email invitation from David Sherman from a place called the Sporting Chance Initiative in Glasgow, Scotland. I was in my home in Burlington, Vermont. That's in northern New England, north of Boston and just south of Montreal, Canada, overlooking Lake Champlain and the Adirondack Mountains. It was gray and wet, and it rained, and it was sunny, and it was cold, and it snowed all in 1 hour, just like Scotland. And I said, entrepreneurship, women, sports, and Scotland. Just my cup of tea. So I said, Joel, is it all right if we go to Scotland in March? And he said, yes, honey, that would be fine. So, also, a Lifetime Achievement Award for the Jogbra. A touch of grace from Scotland. I later learned that Wendy Inglis Humphrey, who was David's boss, said, all right, yes, if you can find someone who's still living and who deserves a Lifetime Achievement Award, you can do it. So I can assure you, I'm still living, and I'm here. I'm really grateful because I am one that rushes forward all the time for the next challenge, and I've very rarely stopped to ponder the past and the future and the present, and I'm always future. But this award, since I haven't talked about Jogbra for 15 years, because I've been doing other things. But this has really allowed me to ponder about really the present, the past, I'm the past, the present, and the future of sports, of women, and entrepreneurship. And by the way, I'm sort of Scottish. I was born in Montreal, Canada, and I had a Scottish nanny, Rain Ruby Buchanan Campbell Grant Bruce. There were a lot of clans in that name. So I've had the pleasure, and my husband as well, Joel, to meet such wonderful Glaswegians, and I feel quite at home here. And here we are in this beautiful Glasgow Science Centre as the Clyde River Regeneration Area, and it used to be a cargo port, as I understand it, a pretty rowdy bunch, perfect for the creative and the restorative economy. And that's something that I championed as a senator. I was one of 30 for 10 years in the state of Vermont. So let's get on to this Lifetime Achievement Award and this amazing product. I'm going to set the scene. 1970s, women, feminism, by women, for women. We were a generation of women who didn't want to just get married after college and university. We wanted to prove ourselves on the playing fields and in the boardrooms. We were running, and thank God, we found the endorphins. And why were there so many American women running at that time? Title IX had just been passed in 1972, and that said that every federal dollar that went to universities and colleges needed to be given equally to men and women, and so that includes sports. So that was the time that women's sports teams in American colleges got funded, and that started the beginning of women really taking control of their health. So, Lisa and I was a costume designer by trade. I was up at the Champlain Shakespeare Festival designing costumes. Lisa was a graduate student in school administration. We were running, and we were holding our breaths, and our friends were putting elastic bandages on the front and back in our bodies, and this was a product that was waiting to be born. And Lisa's sister called from California and said, why isn't there a jockstrap for women? So we heard jockstrap, and then Lisa's soon-to-be ex-husband pulled a jockstrap off the top of a laundry bag and said, "Look, jogbra." And we said, wait a minute, that's what we want to do. We want to pull everything close to the body. So as costume designers, where creativity is the highest value, we went and we bought 2 jockstraps. I'm so sorry I forgot my sample, but I'm going to illustrate as best I can. The waist of the jockstrap went under for the rib band. We had 1 pouch. We sewed another pouch, and we crossed the butt straps in the back because we had very, very clear criteria. All seams to the outside of the body, nothing rubbing against the skin. We had seen our friends who had bloody nipple because the seam went across the nipple. We also obviously wanted to cross our straps because they fell down. So those were all done, and that was the original sample of the jogbra. Being costume designers, we said, okay, now we have to fabricate it. We found a wonderful fabric. It was new at the time, poly cotton lycra. Poly for strength, yes, cotton for comfort, and lycra for support. So, we later learned that as breasts bounce, the Cooper's ligaments will break, and that is not good for women as we nurture our children. So we created the jogbra. It was called the jogbra in the beginning, but we went to South Carolina and gave it to someone, and they said, "I'm sorry, but the women in the South do not want to be called jocks. They want to be called joggers." So now the jogbra was born. Washington Post said that the jogbra and Title IX were the key catalysts for women in America to move to sports and fitness and begin to understand how they could take care of their health. Malcolm Gladwell, in his book, The Tipping Point, mentioned in the Sydney Design Conference in 1999 that the sports bra and the Nike waffle sole were both sticky, because people liked it, and contagious because it just grew all over. And I can't tell you how surprised I am being here with young women kind of saying thank you to me about the jogbra and about the sports bra, which, you know, you don't think about when you create something of value and people want it, that it can transform women. So I do have some funny stories when we had the sample on. Lisa ran forward, I ran backward. I was looking at her breasts. I said, "I don't think they're bouncing. Are they good?" And she said, "Yes, they're good." And then we gave it to our friends, and we found someone who would take a medium sample, because Lisa and I thought we were medium, and grade it into a small, a medium, and large. And we put that product into young sporting goods boutiques. This is in time in America when stockbrokers quit their jobs and created sports boutiques. So we went there and we told them, women who run, all they need is a sports bra and a good pair of shoes. And if you take the jogbra into your store, it will be a destination purchase for women. So we got women into those stores. We became a very important category. Those of you may know Lady Foot Locker. There was a wonderful manager, Jogbra Jim, we called him, because he used to incentivize his male salespeople. I said, every time you sell a pair of shoes, you sell a jogbra. And we told these young men it was a piece of equipment. Everything was designed to create value and support women, and that's how that jogbra was launched. I'd like to also say that the Smithsonian Museum came to my house. I had 16 boxes of old jogbra stuff, and they brought it to Washington. The curators went through it, and now there's a very small folder of jogbra archives that you can find in the American History Museum, which is part of the Smithsonian. So it became an icon, not that we knew that. We were just hardworking people looking how to capitalize our business, how to distribute, how do we communicate. So let me see. I think that's really the story. Okay, so just what are we celebrating here this evening? What brings us here together? sports, number one. The teamwork, the community building, helping people understand how to be on a team, commitment to a shared vision, discipline, constant improvement, and really emotional. Remember Invictus Mandela in 1995 with that national rugby game, and South Africa won against New Zealand. I still remember how that felt. And more on the street, my son Noah, he's 26, and he's been in Israel for the last 2 years, teaching boys 12 to 17, both Arab Israeli boys and Jewish Israeli boys, to play on the same team and call each other brother. That is the essence of what sports can do, and that's what we do together, whatever our part is in this integrated system of health, fitness, and really self-awareness. By the way, my son Noah played lacrosse on the first Israel team, Team Israel, in Denver last summer, and I want to tell you, which you probably know in lacrosse. Let me see what this, so England came in number 5. This is the lacrosse world championships. As you know, England came number 5, Scotland number 6, Israel number 7. So I remember the Scots. Secondly, why are we here? Women in sports. Health and fitness for women. As was said, Jogbra's vision was no matter what your size, your age, or your shape, every woman has the right to the benefit of exercise. And with the Jogbra, we helped women feel more secure. They had the equipment they need to move into exercise. And since mind, body, spirit alignment usually starts with a healthy body, I'm very proud that the Jogbra has helped women on that journey. And one of my first Indian guru teacher, Swami Satchidananda, he would always say, healthy body, healthy mind. So we're thrilled to be part of that body. And then entrepreneurship. To me, it's all about relationship, and it's all about mostly the relationship with yourself, your employees, your vendors, and others. It's kind of the boot camp of self-knowledge. You can't blame anyone when you're an entrepreneur. It's opening night and you gotta launch. Whatever is out there, you have to do it. It's courage and commitment to a shared vision. And it's really a way of looking at things. The possibilities to go beyond, to fake it till you make it, to commit to results, not stories, to take responsibility and be accountable. This is what entrepreneurship means to me. And I met Professor Sharon Bolton, who's head of school of the management school at Sterling University, and she's doing very, very important research on empowering women to move up in business and what that might look like. And she's also up for an award, I think, the end of March. But really being an entrepreneur is just a way of looking at things. It's a way of looking at the world. Like you can be corporate, like Jason Burns, I call you executive VP, but I call you Senior Director of Innovation for Under Armour. They're doing amazing things with the sports bra. Just little concepts we had, like where does the moisture go? How do you sport the breast? How do you fit women of many sizes? Under Armour has developed with smart design, and also Dr. Skler, right? From London, south of London, with the research, they're continuing to improve the sports bra. So you got to know that that thing has legs. Everyone wants it improved. We all want to produce a better product. Or you could be entrepreneurial like Ben & Jerry's from my hometown in Burlington, Vermont. They were the initiators of the triple bottom line, people, planet, and profit. They probably put profit last. We would put profit maybe a little earlier. But anyway, So here's what I think, after being here and meeting all these wonderful people, that in this day and age, we need strategic partnerships to create results. It's too hard to do it by yourself. You have to create the partnerships and be accountable for social and environmental sustainable practices. Now, I sit on a board of a public company called Keurig Green Mountain. I have done that since 1999. And I've seen it grown from 200 million to 4.5 billion. And I've been chair of the Sustainability Committee. And I've seen again and again that Keurig Green Mountain partners with their competitors. And you need a certain DNA to partner with your competitors, and I think that is the DNA of entrepreneurs. I met Professor George Burt from the Center of Advancement Management Education at Sterling University last night for dinner, and he talked to me about future collaborations. Major government public sector body who are interested in environment and sustainability, and the intention is to establish a Center for Sustainable Living and Practice. Now that is very interesting partnership. So, I accept this Lifetime Achievement Award on behalf of relationship building, innovation, hard work, commitment to a shared vision, and a lot of luck in the past, the present, and the future. And I want to salute my fellow award winners and contestants who are out there waiting to see if they've won their awards. I want to thank the Sporting Chance Initiative for inviting Joel and I to participate in this wonderful celebration. Thank you so much.